Breaking story coming in on Operation Sindoor right now. India has retaliated to Pakistani response, and details of Operation Sindoor Phase 2 are coming in right here on the broadcast. The government says that Pakistani air defense system has been neutralized and India has destroyed the Pakistani air defense system. Let's quickly now get in my colleague Shiv Arur, who's getting us all the details of the Phase 2 of Operation Sindoor. Shiv, tell us more. What are the details that you can share with us?
Gauri, this is a huge statement coming in from the Indian government, the Indian Ministry of Defence, perhaps in many ways, qualitatively even bigger than the Phase 1. What the Indian government has just announced in this statement is that Indian drones have struck in Lahore and other cities, destroying Pakistani air defence installations, officially acknowledging that Phase 2 of Operation Sindoor is in progress. The other big announcement we made in this statement is that a large number of missiles and drones fired by Pakistan as part of a retaliatory response aimed at Indian military installations in a whole host of cities, including Srinagar, Avantipora, Pathankot, Amritsar, Uttarlai, Jalandhar, etc., were neutralized by Indian air defense systems. India has an integrated layered air defense system with different kinds of missiles that can go against different kinds of targets. This apparently kicked in, and the overall air defense shield that India has in North and Northwest India apparently spotted every one of those missiles and drones.
Right. In fact, Shiv, the statement, the release that has come in from the government that confirms this very clearly states that Pakistan attempted to engage a number of military targets in the northern and western India, including, as you were pointing out, Avantipura, Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar, Kapurthala, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Bhatinda, Chandigarh, several others. Essentially, now this also clarifies that what has the Pakistani response been? The fact that India has responded very clearly to these misadventures, Pakistani attacks, and the fact that the next course, the next 24 to 48 hours, India's response will be very clear, given what these Pakistani misadventures have been.
Considering Pakistan's attempt to retaliate and this escalation by them at Indian cities is being seen as an escalation by Pakistan, Gauri, and that's one of the reasons why Pakistan, they've hit Lahore's air defense installation, which is a huge achievement, an enormous achievement. You hit at the very heart of Pakistani Punjab. No small feat. Lahore, in many ways, a far bigger target, qualitatively speaking, perhaps than Bahawalpur, Muridi, Muzaffarabad, etc. And that's the reason why we're looking at Phase 2 as perhaps even more significant than Phase 1 as far as hitting at the heart of the Pakistani system is concerned. You're right when you say that the stage could be set for another escalation, but it's important to note that the end of the statement that's just been issued by the Ministry of Defence says that India is committed to de-escalation, but only if the Pakistan military de-escalates as well. So a window of opportunity perhaps for de-escalation, but I imagine that things are already very tense and they could spiral out of control again.
I want to ask you one question, Shiv, on Lahore. You're right about the impact of this, the significance of this is much more. I'm just reading out the statement that very clearly says that it has been reliably learned that an air defense system at Lahore has been neutralized. Now, I want you to explain to our viewers the significance of Lahore as compared to some of the other targets that were mentioned and were being talked about earlier in first phase of Operation Sindoor.
Gauri, Lahore, is a city that's very close to the international border from Amritsar. It's a city that holds a great deal of historic significance as far as India's partition from Pakistan is concerned. It's a city, where India has had a lot of historic cultural ties as well. It's also a nerve center of Pakistani politics, which has been increasingly anti-India. It is also a city that's very close to other cities of Pakistani Punjab, including Bahawalpur, Muridi, etc., providing them with a great deal of sustenance for those terror groups. and therefore Lahore is politically significant. It is, like I said, culturally and historically significant. It's also very close to the international border. It's also a very, very well protected city. If you ask, air defense installation basically provides cities like Islamabad, Lahore, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, etc., a kind of bubble shield against incoming missiles. So,
all right, we leave it there, Shiv. Thanks so much for giving us those details. A very important news breaking in right here, Operation Sindoor Phase 2. Let me now quickly rope in Major Ali Shah, defense analyst, to talk more about this, the significance, the import of what the government has just announced, Indian response that has come in. Major Shah, talk to us about, as Shiv was pointing out, the significance of an air defense system at Lahore being neutralized by India.
Gauri, thank you very much for having me on your channel. The very fact is, yesterday everybody was surprised by Operation Sindoor, which was conducted very swiftly and with very, very precise targets. They took precision of 9 terrorist launch pads. No civilian targets were aimed at, no military establishments were aimed at. So Pakistan was in anticipation whether the Operation Sindoor will continue or it will not. So they gave out statements that please halt here. If you halt here, then we will not retaliate. If you continue, we might consider retaliating. Thereafter, another contradictory statement came from their different statements from their military leadership and from their political leadership. They're not on the same page. One said that we have full right to do a retaliatory strike. One said we will leave it at here if India leaves it here. So they were anticipating whether we would continue Operation Sindoor. Now, we were waiting for, there is likely to be a press conference, I'm told, in fact, where our defense will actually come public with it and officially announce what it is all about. So far, what we have gathered, what we know is, as limited to what the press conference of what we saw Wing Commander Varshika Singh, we saw Colonel Sophia Qureshi, and we saw Vikram Misri Saab. What they have given the input so far officially, those are the inputs we have got.
I want to bring it back to Phase 2 of Operation Sindoor. The fact that an air defense system at Lahore has been neutralized, the fact that Pakistani efforts to hit some of the cities in terms of the defense installation has been completely thwarted by India, and that has been said so by New Delhi in so many words. How do you read that? I want your response on that, sir.
Okay, Gauri, so far I haven't got the information. You would be having better information whether it has been said by Delhi. You said that they have taken onus of destroying the air defense system, and if that is so, then I think it's commendable, and my heartiest congratulations to them. And they are also terror organizations in Pakistan, like there's BLA, there's TTP, they are other organizations. So I was suspecting perhaps it could be their handiwork, because if India does it, India takes the full onus of it proudly, and India declares it. So you are saying that we have declared it. If that is the case, then I am happy about it. So far till yesterday, the story I knew was we had not taken onus of responsibility of attack or striking any military establishment. But since you have mentioned it, so I think if that's the case, and if Pakistan dares to retaliate.
And, sir, for the benefit of you and for our viewers, I'm going to read out this part of the statement that has been issued by the Ministry of Defence, Government of India. Very clearly it says, and in fact some of those visuals are also we are playing out on our screens for our viewers tuning in right now. On the night of 7th and 8th of May 2025, Pakistan attempted to engage a number of military targets in northern and western India, including Avantipura, Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar, Kapurthala, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Bhatinda, Chandigarh and several others using drones and missiles. These were neutralized by the integrated counter UAS grid and air defense systems. Major Shah, that's the second phase of Operation Sindoor that we are breaking right here, and I'm asking you to respond on that. The fact that India repelled Pakistan bid to attack.
Certainly, if Pakistan also they violated the ceasefire and they did shelling in, I'm told, in Pathankot or in Poonch and such places. And we've had some casualties over there.
16 people, sir. 16 innocent lives have been lost.
Yes.
3 women, 5 children.
Yes, Gauri. And the anger is very much there. I mean, innocent lives of civilians, of children. I mean, it is ridiculous. And, now Pakistan has asked for it. They have seriously asked for it. And let me tell them, there's no ego. There's no child's play. They are in for serious trouble. And who's going to suffer in this, Gauri? It's going to be the Awam, the public, the poor people of Pakistan. And who's going to be responsible for it? The Pakistani military, the Pakistani leadership, the government. General Asim Munir, he triggered the entire thing with his silly, stupid, unwarranted speech. And I don't think he had realized the repercussions of it at that time.